Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, Taffy. Welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Oh my goodness. Apparently I was not inside the window. I wasn't in yet, so I tried to warn her that I wasn't. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our YouTube file here where we have a 10-win streak going on. We have not been doing anything on the exceptionally hard settings. Let's find somebody that we haven't accomplished a lot with. Oh, okay. Alright, fine, let's do Samson. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Hey, but we start off with the Halo of Flies, which is not a bad... I was conscious, I don't know why, but this particular run, I was conscious of the fact that we needed to come in here and get the seed. B2E2 BBKG. I gotta write that almost like it looks like it's in English so I can see it later. That's a 2, not a Z. Alright, cool. I've been spending so much time listening to and being around Canadians in my life that Z has become Z because it makes you sound more culturally affected. And I guess I can get behind that. Hey, you know what? We got a half heart sitting in here when we're Samson. Let's go ahead and see whether or not we can... Oh, it sucks. That's fine. At the very least, we picked up some damage for this floor in the erstwhile. In the meanwhile, I don't know, man. If you haven't been coming out to the streams on the weekends, I talked to BizSnap a little bit about it, and he was just like, I wouldn't apply for partnership with Twitch until after you've been established as streaming at least 3 times a week, because that seems to be kind of the one standard they're really holding to, because they, you know, I want to, a lot of the people that I consider colleagues on Twitch came up during the time that the Twitch standards were super tough. They had a set of standards that you had to be bringing in at least 300 viewers a stream, going 3 times a week, or you had to have a YouTube channel with 10,000 views per video, and beyond the 10,000 views per video, you had to be doing 100,000 subscribers. And I mean, even during my days at the Mr. Wiffles channel, trying to get Rob's channel partner, which ultimately after a couple streams with Mitch, they did pretty quickly. Even during those days, they kind of shrugged us off. They were just like, nah, you know, come back when you're older, come back when you got some hair on your nuts. And we were just like, all right, and we're not small. Like, we have our YouTube channel at the time completely satisfied all of their requirements, and they still shrugged us off pretty hardcore. And so I came back and started to kind of investigate what it would take for Twitch partnerships these days. And I don't mean to sound like a naysayer, like I'm pissing in anybody's Cheerios, but I feel like to a certain extent the standards have become lax. I go into streams and it's not any reflection on the people that I know in the Twitch community. It's a reflection on the people I don't know that I go and see have like 4 subscribers and not 4 subscribers. I'm being melodramatic. That have, like, you know, not many more, or even in some cases less viewers at a time than I do. And you know, the only thing really holding me back at this point is I feel like I really have to be hitting that 3 stream a week thing. So the mods and I are working diligently on coming up on when our schedule is going to be. We can't just pick days at you know, all helter-skelter and at random. There's a certain aspect of scheduling that takes place with it, where we want to make sure that we're not butting heads with somebody who's a titan of the industry. I don't want to be streaming at the same time as BizSnap or Northern Lion or my man Bear Taffy. Not that I'm going to pull any sort of attention away from them, it's that they're going to crush me. And so, you know, it makes sense to try to take advantage of the fact that I'm on the East Coast, and that, you know, there's bound to be a time slot that I can sort of wedge myself into, and at that rate, Taffy of the House McLaffy, will gladly just wrench viewers away from the hands of lesser streamers, of which I'm sure there must be some, or at least one who has more than me, and I will crush him, as is the custom of my people. I will eat his still beating heart on the battlefield, and he will know that I am the Lord when I smite, or when I bring my fury, when I rain my furious anger. I'm not Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction. I gotta stop trying to pretend to be. It never goes over well at customs, and it's not gonna go over well here, but I admire him. I, too, like to think of myself as a bad motherfucker. Maybe not Samuel L. Jackson level, oh my god. Well, okay. You know what? Notched Axe is so significantly better than it was in the previous game. Like, I get it. You're paying homage to Notch. He just bought a $70 million mansion that he apparently outbid Beyonce and Jay-Z for in Southern California. So yeah, you know, if the dude creates Minecraft, you gotta... I mean, I mean this too, I'm not even trying to be a smartass here. If a dude creates Minecraft, then you kind of gotta suck his dick a little bit. Like, if Notch came up to me, I'd be like, I would be proud. He'd be like, hi, I'm Notch. I'm whatever. It's, every time I hear... I know his name is Notch. I don't know his real name. I always end up just kind of substituting, like, names that sound like they could be put into World's Strongest Man competitions, like Magnus ver Magnuson. I'm just like, oh yeah, Notch, you know, Marcus ver Magnuson. Hooven. Steinman. I don't know his real name, but if Notch came up to me and was just like, hi, I'm Notch, I created Minecraft, and I'd be like, I don't play your game. I don't necessarily always like to be affiliated or surrounded by the people who choose to play your game, and now I feel moderately obligated to S on your D. And that'd just be what it was, man. Like, you know, hey, you guys remember that time that I sucked Notch's dick? And I defy many of you to tell me that I'd done wrong. I need keys, like, in the worst freaking way. I'm dying here. Let's check for the secret room. But yeah, man, that guy just bought a $70 million house in Southern California. And then within an hour of the announcement coming out, some prepubescent teen had already gone in and duplicated that house in Minecraft, as though seeing that was going to garner an invitation from Notch to come check it out. Check it out. I used to really oh, it's Mom's Pearl. Oh man, for a split second, I thought it was that bullshit charge shot that I hate so much. I used to really enjoy playing Minecraft, man. I got into it about the same time that Nanners did when he first put his first episodes up, and Minecraft and the Binding of Isaac, which I thought of in the same breath, like in the same vein. They're these sort of weird, funky indie games. Minecraft and The Binding of Isaac were the first two games that I remember seeing YouTubers play that I thought, I have to play that. Like, I have to play that. And, no, I can't take that. Well, okay, let's do this, as long as we're in the room. Alright, that wasn't a tinted rock back there. Put the fucking thing down, Samson, you're embarrassing yourself, man. Everybody's looking at us. Yeah, man, I just thought that I like, if I didn't play The Binding of Isaac and if I didn't play Minecraft when it was brand new, my life would be incomplete. And I'm probably right, but at the time, man, you had, basically it was like Nanners was playing it, and that was it. And it was before it sort of took on this life of its own as you know, there was no slash fantasy being written about sea nanners. It was like, oh man, so I wrote this awesome fan fiction about sea nanners blowing Hutch. Like, sea nanners and Hutch talked about blowing each other, but it was over Call of Duty, which for some reason felt more right. But yeah, like, I will sadly admit that because I was moderately integrated into some of Minecraft culture when the Mr. Wiffles channel took off, girls, I hope, maybe, felt obligated to involve me in some of these weird slash fictions where apparently it's become a big deal to write stories about, like, you know, Brad Pitt blowing Edward Norton in Fight Club, which, I mean, it was kind of, to be totally fair, was kind of one of the undertones I felt like of the story. It's this sort of latent homosexual relationship that he was having with this interior monologue of himself. But yeah, yeah, they were writing that shit and they were starting to write me into it, and I was just like, dude, that shit's weird on so many different levels, because I, at the time, was like 32, and most of these guys that they were writing into it were like 17. I was just like, this shit's gonna land me in federal prison, and not for any of the shit that I actually did that should have landed me in federal prison. Like, come on, man, if I'm gonna do the time, you know. I guess that's weird too, because it's like, I don't really want to, like, be the guy that holds Nooch down while Preston has his way with him. But they were writing that shit, and they were writing me into it, and sending it to me as though I would be proud. Like, they would find out that I, like, put it on my fucking refrigerator and was just like, hey, Grayson, look what Daddy got today. No, man. I don't know. Like, what a bizarre bizarre community. Like if you'd told me a million years ago, or like I said, oh, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Oh my God, finally. More than anything, I'm just happy to have the damage upgrade. Yeah, sure, there's not gonna be anything in here so terrifying that we can't kill it. But yeah, man, if you told me when Scene Anners had started this sort of sandbox game, you know, that harkened back to the retro feel of sort of very digitized 8-bit graphics, that within a couple years people would be writing fan fiction about 19-year-old boys blowing each other with too much product in their hair. I don't know. I'm not a Ron Swanson-y type. Like, I joke around about gorgeous men, and I joke around about like super liberal topics, but I might have kind of brawnied up a little bit and been like, nope, I'm checking out. This is a world I no longer choose to be a part of. If that is true and that has come to pass, then I might just have to cash in my chips and go back to the great hotel room in the sky. I guess at that point I wouldn't have had any kids, so ultimately it would have erased my single greatest contribution, besides the cave, obviously. I mean, come on, the kids are cute, but this YouTube channel just kicks so much ass. You know, so anyway, yeah, I don't know that I would have believed you if you'd come back to me back in like 2000, I guess 2010, and said, yeah, man, this Minecraft game. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, it looks freaking awesome. It's this huge sandbox game where there's really no point to it. Like, that's kind of refreshingly revolutionary and fun. And they're like, yeah, dude, in a couple years, little girls will be flicking their magnolia flower for the first time, thinking about people who play this game. And I'm like, well, based on the people who played COD, that's really weird, because most of us are not attractive people. Like, with the rare Scene Anners exception, are they flicking their bean to Scene Anners? And it's like, no, they're flicking their bean to guys that are like 14 right now. And I'm just like, what? Like, none of that makes sense. Like, all that shit was in English, but none of those are words. It's a weird world, man. It's a weird world. That's all I'm saying. Go back in time and tell past you what happens with Justin Bieber. This, like, kind of pseudo-cute, kind of polite, like, wannabe white-year-old rapper kid, soul singer out of Canada, the most polite place on earth. Go back and tell past you that that's how all that shit plays out, and see if past you believes you. World's a weird place, man. Oh my God, I feel like we got robbed. That sucks. But what we can do is we can try really hard to find the secret room, and hopefully there'll be enough money that we can buy secret item number 2. There is not. There is, in fact, a battery, which is not the worst thing in the world. None of the fire had gold in it. Gold. It's actually, we don't want... Hey, here's a question. If the single cents are made out of copper, because they're pennies, and the nickels are made out of some sort of black substance, which I'm guessing is maybe nickel? What are the dimes made out of? Is that silver? Like, is it copper? I just wonder, because at some point Edmund or whoever is working on the art for these things has to sit down and pick, and I just wonder if they worried about, okay, well, we just need to make sure that the color is differentiated so that people aren't seeing the 2 coins and getting them confused. Or did he actually worry about, oh, is this the right chemical composition for the particular denomination of coin that we want to represent here? Like, are we going to get hit with a Mythbusters episode at some point where people are just like, oh, no, that's not an actual color that a coin can be, because no nickel on the planet is that color of black. Do you live in a country, listeners of the world, do you live in a country where your nickel is black? My nickel? Or, I guess, like, dimes are that color here in the States and pennies are that color. So I guess, if you're really, like, forcing me to sit down and analyze, that's not the worst thing ever. I would have taken that if I'd known what it was. And we get some spirit hearts. So we're, what, 2/3 of the way to Gup? 2/3 of the way to the Gupster? So yeah, I don't know. I'm desperately reeling to get far away from the Minecraft conversation. So, okay, there's 1 penny. We don't have any way to get to that. That makes me sad. Oh wait, was I gonna fight this room, or did I already fight this room? I already fought this room like a man, the way a man would, with his hands. I am going to go to this curse room, though, because we are one item away from the Guppy Dream being a reality. I don't think I can get to that penny. Please? I mean, I said please, right? Like, I feel like that should be enough. I guess not. We have the Book of Belial. There was no reason for me not to go in that room earlier and to take the damage bonus, the damage bonus out of it, but ultimately I don't think it really had much of an effect. We didn't ever end up taking damage against the old Gert Jr. I'm gonna take that. There's a golden chest I want to open on my walk. And then we just have to hope. Yeah, you know what? That was worth it. That was 5 cents for 3 bombs, and the bombs are proving to be useful to an extent. I probably should have gone back to that secret room and gotten the battery, but once again, I don't feel like that's a situational thing that's going to cost us in the long run. Necronomicon page, missing page does not seem to be. Oh, I don't like being in here. Does not feel to me like it's more useful than Mom's Pearl, which I can't tell you the specifics on, but I can tell you that my faded, tattered old man memory wants you to know that it has something to do with spirit hearts or heart drops, and that feels good to me, whereas the missing page I think has something to do with if we're hit. Oh no, I was trying to get rid of one of them. If we're hit, then we have a chance to do damage. Okay, I need one of you guys to die. Oh, I was so close. Okay, maybe I can just focus down one of these guys while we have a moment alone. That's one down. Kitty Carlisle. I think that was a Hudson Hawk quote. Did I just quote Hudson Hawk? Oh my god. I need like brain bleach because that's such a bad movie. This room sucks so hard. I refuse to let this room win. I refuse to let this room win. If I have to get a little dangerous, so be it. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not the only one seeing that this is like the world's most ridiculous room, right? I just, did I get one? I feel like I killed one. Oh no, so close. Oh my god. Oh, it's happening on accident. It's happening on accident. That's the first time you give a woman an orgasm. It's happening on accident. It's happening on accident. I don't know what I did. Nobody knows what I did. But I did it right. Holy shit, that room, right? That room is a fucking nightmare. This room, usually a pain in my ass. Easy by comparison. Could not be more pleased with that room. I'm glad we got our key. I can't. I just got the key, and I was thinking to myself, man, I'm so happy to be out of the shadow of not having any consumables. I can't gift the lone key I have away when it's gonna grant me guaranteed access to this item room on a golden chest that could pay out with a half a red heart. Those golden chests, man, when you got all the keys in the world, it's like the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, man. When you have all the keys in the world, golden chests pay out with just nothing short of a king's ransom. But then you have one key and you roll the dice on a golden chest. You know, rich people win lotteries and poor people gamble away their rent and get nothing. Like that's what these feel like. Cause it's like, okay, well, you know, yeah, sure, I'll burn one, and then it comes to pass that you get pinky fucked to death because you have no consumables and you start beating yourself up, and it becomes sort of the 1920s stock market crash all over again, where you start to think to yourself, like, now I got to go home and tell my wife and kids that I have no keys and I can't access the shops and I can't access the item rooms, and that I'm a failure as a provider and I'm a failure as a man. And you go and you get yourself a bottle of something cheap and you put it on your credit card because you don't have the money to pay for that bottle, but the last thing you can do is tell the store clerk that at the liquor store, and you drink that and you find yourself eventually standing on top of a bridge with a long drop-off, waiting for Clarence the Angel to show up and tell you that your life would be sorely missed. But this is the really real world, man. Clarence don't show up, and then you're left with the icy cold decision of, do I take my life or do I not? And it all goes back to that one key and that one golden chest. I don't think I get to talk again for the rest of this run. I think let's just take a moment to realize that was probably the darkest this will ever get on this channel, and that I feel as though I need to impose sort of an embargo on speaking. Mostly on myself. It's just like if I punish myself, maybe Google won't. But yeah, let's play One Room in absolute abject silence and just think about the fact that I just went to a horrible place, and I feel like I need to be punished. So I'll talk to you when all this poop is shot. So anyway, Minecraft, weird, right? I can see forever's a good pill. Speed up is fine. I don't know what the hell happened there. I got wrapped up in that narrative. I wanted to finish it, man. I had to tie all the lines together. So it started off as, man, I want to use the key on that golden chest, and then it turned into, can I turn this into a story about becoming, oh man, what's Jimmy Stewart's character's name in It's a Wonderful Life? Oh no! I know that the old banker that threatens him throughout the entire movie is named Harry Potter. Clarence is the name of the angel. No, man, I can't not know. I can't not. Merry Christmas, movie house. Like, I love It's a Wonderful Life. It's such a good movie. It's a good movie. Like, forget is it a good Christmas movie? It's a good ass movie. Period. Nope. This injustice shall not stand. I have to know. I have to know. Jimmy Stewart, IMDb. Oh, come on. I was gonna say, how is It's a Wonderful Life not tops on the list? George Bailey. George Bailey. Merry Christmas, movie house. Oh my god. I love that movie so much. It's embarrassing that I couldn't remember the name of the lead character, man. Jimmy Stewart, one of my all-time favorite actors, too. I know Epic Rap Battles of History gave Alfred Hitchcock some shit about filming Jimmy Stewart making one of two faces. He was your everyman. He was that generation's Tom Hanks. He was that generation's... Jesus. Does your generation have a Tom Hanks or a Jimmy Stewart? I mean, I guess technically you're still getting Tom Hanks, but you're getting him as, like, old man Tom Hanks. Like, he's not your sort of classic everyman anymore. Like, do I dare say that... Wow, this is a tough question. Okay, so if... Yeah, sure. Yay, Blackheart. Okay, so if Jimmy Stewart was it for that generation, and for those of you who don't know Jimmy Stewart, he was in It's a Wonderful Life, he was in Vertigo, he was in... oh, The Guppy Dream is Real. That's so good. He was in Harvey, story about a rabbit, an invisible rabbit. Yeah, before Donnie Darko was cool, there was Harvey. He was in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. He's a tremendous actor, like him and Humphrey Bogart. I guess if I was going to offer something up, him, Humphrey Bogart, and Cary Grant. Philadelphia Story with Katharine Hepburn, and I think Cary Grant and Jimmy Stewart were all three in that. Oh my god, what a good-ass movie. Yeah, man, if you're going to treat yourself to some old-timey movies, you know, grab yourself It's a Wonderful Life, go grab yourself... oh god, what is the other one I was just talking about? It's a Wonderful Life and Casablanca. And you know, the older movies, man. I remember once upon a time, my buddy and I decided to just go through the AFI Top 100 movie list, and it was one of the better times that I had in a long time in college, was just watching all those old movies that you watch and you go, oh, well, this can't be good. It's old. It has to suck. And, you know, I was young, and I was also young and stupid once. Now I'm just older and slightly less dumb. But I'm cognizant of it. That's what's made me less dumb, is that I know I don't know everything, and I know that I'm kind of stupid about things, and that's what you pick up as you get older. Like, that's the trade-off, is you go, oh shit, I am dumb as fuck. Like, I don't know how I lived past 13. I did stupid shit when I was, like, young. When I was in undergrad, I remember one time climbing a rock, and I say a rock, like, it was basically a small mountain face. It was just not a very big mountain, but we're still talking hundreds of feet. And I climbed this thing knowing that it went sheer at one point. It was like this rounded boulder at the top. But that meant that the last, like, 30 feet of the climb was, like, pure rock face and, like, no grips or handles. And I was just like, whatever, a man figures this out, because a man wears Axe body spray and fucks bitches all day long. And they all want him for it. Dude, no, a man also falls to his fucking death 300 feet down into a briar patch full of jagged rocks, you jackass. You know what? I don't normally do this anymore because I'm just so self-conscious about these things being 9 hours long. I'm 100% going to play these for keys. Because we have so many golden chests on the floor, and I just can't help but think that maybe some good stuff is in there. So, I'll play this down for a really long time. Full health. Well, we know that we have it now. I just want some keys. Like, as I get keys, I'll stop and open golden chests. But it's like getting packs in Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering or whatever. Comic book cards was what it was for me as a kid. Pokemon, where you just, you're just like, oh my god, I want to open the packs. That's what the golden chests are for me. Oh man, Edmund McMillan, you are missing a free-to-play, pay-to-win model right there, my friend. If you get into a game and set it into hard mode, and part of hard mode is that you can spend real money to buy golden chests, like you can spend, what would be a reasonable price? What could we see Northern Lion paying to get a golden chest to help out a run to save a streak? He goes into a shop opens up, and the golden chests are 49 cents. 69 cents. 69 cents per golden chest. 100%. I think he pays it every time. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a little... I'm looking for a term that's more delicate than pre-cum, but there's not one. And now I have that, because now I have a golden key, so now I'm going to go open all the chests. And this means that I just got rid of the Bible for free, which is a nightmare in and of itself solved. There's infamy. I'm not going back to that shop. Like, we did everything that we wanted to do there. Plus, we got another I Can See Forever pill. I may even be leaving shit on the ground back there. And you know how much Taffy cares? It's a number that's between -1 and 1. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we can feed this to... Oh no, come on, man. I couldn't see him because he was hiding behind the art card. That's not fair. How's that fair? Book of Belial, temporary damage up, and sight blinder. Alright, let's go ahead and use this just so we can get the flies working overtime here. I'm gonna get this knocked out. Now what I really need, like, we have okay damage, but what we could really use is a tears upgrade. If nothing else, just to sort of knock out some of the... Like this room. There's no fear that we're gonna die in this room. There's no fear that I'm surprised I even took damage in this room, because we have infamy and a full suite of orbitals. But my big concern is just like, okay, well, I just don't want to be stuck in this room forever because it's a formality at this point. So I could use a tier upgrade, is what I'm basically saying. Oh, give me all... Oh, my God. Can you see now? Can you see now why I pulled off the mini geyser half chub when I got the golden key? Is because all this shit is just ours now. Like, it just belongs to us. As much of it as we want. Whatever is in the shop is ours too, even if it's the sweet meat of Greed's butthole. That belongs to us now. We can have that if we want for a carton of smokes. So yeah, I don't know. Old movies are good. Minecraft community's weird. Drinking to suicide is probably rarely a good idea. Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna take the Book of Belial because I feel like that's what's gonna nurse the size and might of our fly army up to a place that's a little more reputable. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the I Can See Forever pill. We could run into Arkansas on this run. This run is filled with mystery and happiness and joy. I mean, except for the whole suicide joke that kind of went off the rails. It's still a run that's filled with just happy and joy and free keys and that bullshit trinket that makes everything swirly that nobody ever takes. Like, I can't... Here's the thing. And this game in particular, because it's the only game, maybe besides Dota, but I don't understand the mechanics of Dota as well as I understand the Binding of Isaac. And I learned things from the Binding of Isaac on accident, just by observation. But there are so many stats when it comes to like physical damage and magic damage and armor class and everything on Dota that I don't understand, and I would have to read to understand it. I can't just learn it through observation because I can't just do math on the fly about like, oh, okay, well, he hit me, and this time it did 13 damage instead of 10 damage, which means that his ring of blah, blah, blah activated, and that meant that the dragon's tail flicked twice, and this time if the dragon's tail flicks twice, it means, like, you know, like, I'm not so into the game. Like, if I were going to cast the game, or if I were going to record the game and show you guys the end results, I probably would take the time to really listen when Purge speaks and not just be like wooed by his sexy nighttime DJ voice. And I would actually listen to the words that came out of his mouth about numbers and other such phenomenon. But I don't understand Dota, and it's just because I haven't taken the time to learn it. Isaac, I've managed to learn how to... I understand this game even if I only understand it on a subconscious level. So it makes me wonder things like, when you're creating this game, and you have to populate the list of items, you have ideas where you're just like, there are things that you know in your heart of hearts that people are going to want Cricket's head. Why would people not want a multiplier damage upgrade? Like, why would people ever not want a tier upgrade unless it was, like number 1, where you give it a very clear, like Darkest Dungeon does a good job of that, where number 1, you get a very clear rate of fire upgrade, but you also have to take the detriment of having a severe range downgrade with it. Like, everything in Darkest Dungeon is like that. I've never come across a trinket that's like, make your penis 3 times longer and add an inch to girth. And it's like, oh, well, I don't see a downside there. Like, nothing about that's bad, so okay, I'll take that. Everything's always like, make your penis 3 times longer, but take 3 inches from girth. And it's like, oh no, and that's like a pencil. It's like a very long pencil. Nobody's gonna want to ride that. And you're right, but you're just like, oh, but I would have the benefit of being able to, like, lure them in by saying, oh, I got a 9.5-inch dick. Oh, well, at least, you know, even if I don't sleep with you, I kind of want to see that. Like, when is that opportunity going to come along again? So, you know, I wonder when you're Edmund McMillan, if you're putting this game together and you're thinking to yourself, you're just like, okay, well, I need items. Well, what if we didn't... Nope. What if we did an item that, that makes your shots all swirly? And, like, if there's someone in the room with him that goes, swirly shot. And he's like, yeah, you know, we could make it one of the trinkets. What would it look like? It'd be a swirly worm. Uh-huh. And people would want that item? Well, I mean, you'd pick it up if you didn't have anything else. Okay. So in which situation are you getting this item that you think, oh, thank God, swirly worm is here? Oh, I don't know, like when you need swirly shots? Yeah, no, I'm picking up that part. I guess my real question, Edmund, because you're the one who is inventing the game as you go along, I also have an idea for a worm that shoots it really fast. Oh, so like just a shot speed upgrade. Yeah, but it's a worm trinket. Why is it a worm trinket again? I don't know, man. Just go back to swirly worm, swirly worm. Okay, yeah, okay, back to swirly worm. So you got swirly worm. And, ooh. You got swirly worm, and you use it when you need swirly shots. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, I guess what my question is when do you need swirly shots? You know, for, no, man, you can offer the game? You can offer me Bob's Rotten, or you can offer me Bob's Brain as many times as you want. That does not mean I'm going to take it. Throw it, keep throwing it. Put it in this room too, man. Put it at the end of this boss fight. See if I walk out with it. I've said no. I need you to respect my boundaries. I'm not gonna beat myself to death with Bob's Brain. Loki, I will beat you to death with my murder fists. I'm gonna love you with my murder hands, Loki. If any denizen of the cave can attest, man, once I love something, the moment that I find out that it might be wandering, I have to kill it. I can't share. I don't share. I don't share. Ask my wife. Alright, let's see. We're gonna take stem cells. Oh, please be lump of coal. I guess I could use this at some point. It's like, that's how you know, like, even when your damage is bad with Guppy, it's still pretty good because you're still not gonna ever use, like, you forget to use the Book of Belial. What is this? Bad gas. I can see for, ugh. I'm gonna see forever. I'm a see forever. Ira, a dude named Ira sees forever. I gave that pill like 6 names inadvertently because English is motherfucking hard, apparently, for me. So yeah, you know, that's my question for Edmund, is like, when you're thinking this stuff up, you have to know that there are some items that are just straight up filler. Like, you know in your heart, you're not making an item that anybody's ever gonna want to see show up. Like, notched axe I can see uses for. There are items that, like, straight up have uses, but Butterbean? Seriously? Like, there was a point in time where you were sitting there with a little sketch pad and a mechanical pencil, and you thought to yourself, alright, now what's another thing I could do? Well, you know, sometimes you're in situations where enemies are getting real close and you're slow. Okay, I like where your head is, but now what do we do about that? Well, what if we knock him back? Okay, yeah, this is just a straight up path to the next floor. That looks fucking gross, man. Oh, that's like when you wander into the weird part of the porno site. So you know, you go, okay, well, okay, knockback, great. What do we have for that? And it's like, oh, well, let's do an item that does knockback. All right, cool. Like knockback and poison damage? No, just knockback. Okay, so like knockback and straight up physical damage? No, just knockback. Can you spam it? No. I mean, you get it once a room. Okay, but like the radius, like it really is like if the walls are closing in and there's enemies on each side of you and you press the space bar, suddenly they're all pushed back to the four corners. No, I'm thinking like 3/4 of an inch. And people would prefer using this over, well, I mean, like if they had like nothing. Okay, so you've made an item that's barely better than nothing? Yeah, dude, but it's still so much better than nothing. Not really. Did I already use this here? I don't know if I used this here. If I did, don't crucify me. It's probably not going to make much of a difference. Excuse me. That is a pizza night burp that just decided to show up. Oh, apparently I hadn't used this. Did I bring this with me? I think I was just carrying it around. So yeah, I don't know. I see stuff like that, and I'm just like, I've had people ask me to help them write a video game before because they'd heard that I, studied writing in school, and clearly none of these games were ever made, and it is so much harder than it even sounds. Like, I knew it was going to be hard, and I started to sit down to write, and it was even harder than I imagined. Oh, my fingers are not on the right spot on the arrow keys. There we go. It was even harder than that, man. Like, it's as hard as you think, and then it's also harder. And so, ultimately, I stopped doing that. I had an idea for one the other day that I was like, I wanted to write it just for the sake of writing it, but, yeah, man, like, I wonder, like, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall during the conversations that Edmund had with whoever he allowed in the room to sort of help him sort the wheat out from the chaff when he was coming up with ideas for this game. And that goes for anybody making any game, especially any game where you've ever been impressed by what came out of it, where you're just like, oh man, they did a great job. And like, man, I really kind of wish I could be a fly on the wall to hear how they went. Like the people coming up with items for like Borderlands or BioShock or anything like that, where you're just like, holy shit, this is, pretty incredible amounts of Diablo. Like, how hard is it to come up with Diablo loot? I can't imagine it's very easy, man. And like, they have to know that there are certain places where it's like, wow, this is just a shit filler item. I'm getting paid by the item, and I had to finish the list, and this item here, makes scent 3 times stronger. This item here is absolute horse shit, and I know it, and I am not apologetic about it. I am still 100% gonna cash that check. Balls of steel may come with us. Bad gas sucks. Range down sucks either time I pick it up. Or the death card. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's go pop the death card in here. Oh, I guess we're not going. Guess we aren't going back for that one. Is what I'm getting at there. That's a card that's gonna stay behind. Wow, we are modestly devastating. Like, we're the kind of devastating that doesn't brag about itself. It's like, oh yeah, I killed that boss. Wow, how fast? Oh, like 9 seconds. Oh, well, that's really fast. Oh, I don't like to brag. It's a humble brag. I feel like I should just pick this shit up for giggles. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm not really worried about it. I like Sister Maggie. I put preferential treatment down towards her. I don't really need that, but it's like at this point now, we'll roll on the spirit hearts that we have. We're not going to see red heart damage again. Like, we were never going to get hit 9 times in the rest of this run. Not the way things were going. I would have to be playing exceptionally bad. Full health makes little or no difference to me. Yeah, I mean, with rooms like this, come on now. Whoa! Oh no! But we could lose spirit hearts this way. Do I dare? Should I take one? I'll take this one. No! What a pisser. Alright, I'll take this one. I'll take door number 2. Rotten baby. I got 9 lives. What the hell? Honestly, if I'm sitting here talking about, like, I'm never gonna die again, I'm gonna live forever. Well, time to put your money where your mouth is, asshole. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Don't die. Oh no, I died. It's okay. It's okay. 9 lives. 9 lives. Never let it be said that I ever coasted to victory. Let's insert some manufactured drama into this run. All right. Now I really have to be on the lookout for spirit hearts. Skull X. I blame myself. Well, I mean, of course I blame myself. I did that to myself, but I actually think we can still win it this way because we're still ridiculously powerful. I mean, look at that, right? And okay, well, I was hoping for some health there to sort of get me out of that situation. Well, thank God though, we have 99 cents. Oh, I was hoping that something really good would come out of there, and it kind of didn't. Well, as long as I'm in the neighborhood. Na 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 na. I made it. I kind of made it so that we have to play this. We totally could though. Oh no, 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 no. Don't do that bullshit. Wow. How uncool, man. Alright, we can do this for a while. I feel okay about scumming my way back to some health. Alright, what is this? Balls of steel? See, I told you everything was gonna be fucking fine. Everybody got all pissy. They were just like, no, Taffy, don't do that. I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna live forever. And then I died in the first room. Was there anybody, like, be honest in the comment section, was there anybody that forgot that I had 9 lives and was just like, oh no, he pissed the runaway, dislike, unsubscribe, unfollow, find you at your house, kick you in your nads? Because that would have been really funny. Like, I would have loved to have been like, oh, Taffy, you blow. What a dick bowl. Dick bowl? Yeah, stand by it. We'll say dick bowl. Tears upgrade. Well, it's a nice afterthought. Alright, do I feel good enough with this much health to go at it? I feel grateful that... I probably should have taken one of those with me. Apparently we're going to see a few more of them. They show up pretty frequently. Alright, let's just... You know what? If this isn't your thing... Oh, hey, you know what? That's freaking awesome, though, because that's the dollar, and we've not seen that yet. That's an item we can tick off our list of things that we need for Platinum God. Obviously along with like the Lost, but that's not something I can really control right now. That's not something that's happening for a hot little minute. So, but yeah, we hadn't seen the dollar yet, and so that's actually kind of really good to get that knocked off the list. Oh, I immediately regret coming in here. That's all right. This won't be so bad. Plus, I think the mom's knife pickup, while not something I was intending on doing, telepills. Yes. I guess ultimately I have to give up I'll give up the heart that I got for it, but still. Oh no, I hit that. Come on. That jumped us ahead one room. I actually want to go back. I want to see what's in this boss trap room. At this point, I'm getting a little zany, but I think it's because we still have the ability to overcome. I don't know what it does, so I'm kind of interested to see. I don't like this room at all. I'm going to treat it more like an envy fight. And just, ooh. Do it like one little piece at a time. One little bit. Wow, we are Taffy, destroyer of worlds. My sweet and merciful God. Where is your evil God now, Isaac? I have to assume that they pray to like an evil god. Like, it makes sense to me. I don't need any of this money. Like, what a charmed life. I'm just like, I don't need this money. Y'all be poor and tripping. Taffy'd be rich and ballin'. Yeah, really, like, I still feel like... is it because the game's on easy? Is it because we've just been blessed with a plethora of items? The answer's probably a resounding yes either way. But it doesn't change the fact... Yeah, I mean, we had 3 orbitals on the first floor. And we were gonna win with Guppy, so yeah, you know, I took some pretty ridiculous chances, but I think it's gonna make for a more entertaining end to the run, which I'm always down for. I'll juggle fuck a run to death just for the sake of entertainment. Like, never let it be said that Taffy, you know, played it safe. I've passed up a mom's knife and stuff like that before. I don't really feel compelled to fight that room for 2 gray chests. I'm getting to a place, though, where I am starting to want to ration keys. Is this going to be... Alright, we'll start by going this way. I don't feel particularly groovy about the way that this floor is shaped. Yeah, 2 of spades. We'll pop that right now because I am going to start opening golden chests again. Wow, I know that we're lighting people on fire. Can I get explosions on the end of the knife hit? And what would I give at this point to get a couple of range upgrades? The magician actually works with Mom's knife, so that's not the worst thing ever. Come on, you. Taffy's got something for you. Oh. So yeah, oh my god. This room is nerve-wracking though, because the only way to really tackle this room is to play it really fast and loose and get right up in there. I don't know who to play next. I mean, I know that we've got things to accomplish now, but like I said, I just want to get the, if I can get the dark level, and the, man, our flies do a shitload of damage. If I can get the dark level and the chest done for each main character, I think I'll feel better about going into hard mode and starting to tackle it from there. If you guys are watching me on the streams, I play hard mode on the streams because I have it unlocked. It's my kind of goof around file because I don't want to corrupt what you guys are seeing here from the YouTube runs, because you guys are being loyal and watching these YouTube runs, so I don't want to do anything without you seeing it. Like, I feel like you've earned that much from me, so you know, I don't want to punish you for not being able to make it to a stream, so I make sure that everything that, you know, happens on here stays on here. But that all said, I exclusively run hard mode runs on the stream because I actually find that easy is a little bit too easy, and there's part of me that's trying to decide exactly when I switch over here in case I don't want to like continue to do these easy runs. Just like if the streak gets ridiculous, if it hits like the 30s or the 40s or something. Bloody Lust has appeared in the basement. If it hits like the 30s or the 40s and we're still running on these easy mode runs, there's part of me that's gonna be like second guessing a little bit of everything about what we're doing here. Oh, I have the compass. When did that happen? Do I really? Ah, I'm super glad I picked that up. I guess I've had it for most of the game now that I think about it, but doesn't change the fact that I blocked it out there for a second. I was really happy because I was thinking that I was gonna have to blindly explore the floor, and I'm not a person who, oh, I really wish I still had my tears. I like my tear effects, man. Like Mom's knife runs and brimstone runs, like they're fine in doses, but I'm a man of simpler tastes. I'm a man who loves a good tear effect and a good tear synergy. And those are hard to come by when you're rocking Mom's knife. Well, okay. Oh no. Let's go back and let's at least touch Kamikaze, because this is one of those. You know what? We should touch all of these because these are some of those rare experiences where we can pick up Kamikaze and we can pick up all this other crap that was in this other room, and not have to worry about paying for it or having it be our item room item. So Doctor's Remote and Lemon Mishap, those are items that we may never see again, but you know, that we may never intentionally pick up again. But we've oh no, stop! But we've done it this time. They're off the list. We have officially handled them. Where? How do I get down there? All right, let's. I'm using the Book of Belial here because I just kind of want this particular room to be over with, and to do that, I think making the flies as strong as humanly possible so that they can sort of hammer stuff out before it has a chance to get to us sounds like a wise business move. Isaac's Tear is another thing that I'd probably never pay for on my own, but now it's off the list. I don't have to worry about trying to pick it up again. And you know, obviously, I'm not going to go and like check and make sure and see what we've picked up and what we haven't. Virgo, we feel refreshed and protected, which I think means that we just kind of inadvertently got the wafer effect, which I'm totally fine with. I really wish that this guy. Okay. Punching bag, I need you to not mess with the rhythm of guys whose timing I depend on to sort of land my greatest hits here. All right, this is not the worst room that has ever existed. We had a really nice run on the stream the other day, and I think if this hasn't happened, it's going to happen soon. I'm going to start posting the streams on Monday and Tuesday, or Monday, maybe all day Monday. I'm going to start posting the streams to the YouTube channel once I've had a chance to cut out the music. Holy hell, we are just crushing now. Like, I don't need to do anything other than just walk in here. Like, that's it. That's the game. Okay. Victory lap. People have told me they wanted to see that come back. So, victory lap, going in. I'm going to try to start posting the streams. We had a great, undefined run the other day where we just got a shit ton of items before the game shut us down. It was so much fun. If you're not making it out to the streams, you really should try, man. The community there is growing fast, and the people there are just freaking phenomenal. So, yeah. Oh, post Isaac stretch. Oh, it felt like a long run. Was that a long run? Let me check the timer here. It was just 50 minutes. Long-ish. Cool, man. Bloody Penny shows up. We got a lot of items unlocked that game. Yeah, man, that was a lot of fun. I feel like that was a controlled random. Like, I knew what I was doing, even if I didn't approve of the words that were coming out of my mouth the entire time, but I still enjoyed myself. I enjoyed playing Binding of Isaac for you guys. I'm glad you guys enjoy watching it, because it is by far my favorite game to play for you. In the meantime, thank you guys, as always, for tuning in on behalf of myself and the denizens of the cave. My name is Taffy. I will catch you next time, and I am out.